Hey, Flosstube. Remember me? I'm Betsy, Bird Stitcher, Colorado. And this is Hamilton. Hamilton, can you say hi? Can you say hi to everybody in Flosstube land? We got Hamilton from the shelter November 29th, 2 days after my oral surgery. My husband went and found this little angel. Her name was Princess, and that's because of how she acts. And she is still a princess. But, yeah, she's freaking out because the music stand is here. It's where I have the camera. And I'm in a different location. I'm downstairs because the lighting, I think, is a little better. And I wanted to have all my stuff here. But anyway, Princess Hamilton was at the shelter. I'm just looking at her. I'm so in love with this cat. It's ridiculous. I told my husband when he told me on my birthday, he said we could get a cat. Our older cat, Mr. Cat was his name. He passed away in May of old age. And I had been nagging my husband ever since to get another cat. Finally, on my birthday in November, he said we could get another cat. And because of our anniversary trip in September, and Scott surprised me with tickets to Hamilton, which totally made my year. I told Scott when he said we could get a cat, I said, I don't care what gender, I'm naming it Hamilton because it will always remind me of how happy I was when we saw Hamilton in London. And so that's her name. She's just so cute. Obviously I like birds, right? That's my name, Bird Stitcher, Colorado. We have a bird feeder. I have a bird feeder in the back that I've had for years. But in the front of our house, this is the back. In the front of our house, we have a big tree. I went to the wild bird store and got another bird feeder to hang there so that Hamilton could watch in our big window because we got her a tower with a bed on top. And so she can sit there and watch the birds. Only the best for Hamilton. I don't think she'll make another appearance here. She's really mellow. I mean, she doesn't freak out when people come over or anything like that. We don't have any other pets, and we don't have little kids. So it's pretty quiet around here, and they said at the shelter that was her personality, and that's what she would prefer. So that's my girl. And you probably, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen oodles of pictures of her because I love to take pictures of and videos of her. This morning she was in my underwear drawer digging around. So I'm looking at my notes over here. It has been almost 2 months since I have recorded. Oh, she's playing with the cord back there. Everything she does is cute. Go ahead, destroy the house. We don't care. You're cute. It has been 2 months, not because my oral surgery went bad or anything like that. It went fine. In fact, if I can get too personal, see? Gum grafts. Is that a little too personal? I don't know. I spend so much money on them that I kind of want to show them off, and I don't have one of those smiles that shows everything. So I just want to show off my gums. A year ago, I had the bottom done. Anyway, I don't know why I haven't recorded. Every time I think I'm going to, something comes up. Husband being home is a big impediment. She's doing the curtain. Having my husband home, I just can't record when he's here. It makes me, I'm too self-conscious, plus going on about, what I get, what I bought. He doesn't need to hear it. He sees it. But anyway, so I don't know why I've been gone so long, but I've been on Instagram and I am ready to give everybody an update on my cross stitching, give everybody an update on my arthritis on my thumb. I've been back to knitting. So that's good. But I've been stitching quite a bit as well. And I thought I would copy everybody and do a Wit Parade. I'm sorry, Julie, Kansas City girl in a Colorado world. I don't have 97 whips. I think I have 11. But anyway, I'm going to show those to you. And in addition to introducing you to Hamilton, I wanted to just run through a few thank yous before I get to my Wit Parade. First of all, on Instagram, you can find me as Bird Stitcher Colorado. If you are on Ravelry, I'm Betsy K. That's Betsy K, the letter, not K-A-Y, Betsy K. Excuse me. I'm doing you all a huge favor by not drinking my Diet Coke. I'm going to wait until after I'm done recording because I watched the last time and I was like, excuse me. It's just rude. Okay. I want to thank the Sunshine Stitchers for giving me a shout out. I'm sorry, Sheila. I have to rib you. Sheila said I'm bird watcher, Colorado, which I am a bird watcher, so that's not a lie. But I really do appreciate the shout out, and they linked my YouTube channel on there, so it was just funny. And it's not the first time I'm going to rib you, Sheila. I saw that, Sunshine Stitchers, by the way, is EJ Creates, Gary of Garon Totten Bags, did I say that right? Or Garon Totten Bags. And Sheila, who I think is Simcats. But just look up Sunshine Stitchers. There's 3 of them. They're funny, they're a hoot, and they just crack me up. EJ has the best laugh. They're doing a stitch along, and the name of the pattern is Ladies' Night. You know, oh yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. You know that song. Well, Sheila is hung up on prostitutes because she keeps calling it Ladies of the Night. I just think that's a hoot. But anyway, you've got to check them out. They're really fun. And Gary and his husband, Ronnie, are the makers behind Garon Totten Bags. And that will be relevant later when I show you some goodies. I also want to thank everybody for liking my Instagram photos, subscribing to my channel. I've had some increase in subscribers because I think other people are mentioning me and saying, when are you coming back? You know, it's been 2 months. I can't tell you how happy that makes me. I don't know. I know I enjoy watching everybody, and if somebody's gone for a while, I'm like, oh, I miss them. I hope they come back and share their goodies, but, and it made me feel really good. So I just want to thank you for that. Okay. Alita Casey won my subscriber giveaway. And as a thank you, she sent me a lovely card, and she sent me a counting pin, and I happen to have it handy. I've been wanting one of these for a long time. Let's see if I can find it in my bag. I should have prepared myself better. It's in here somewhere, but it's a really cute counting pin. I'll keep looking for that. So that was so sweet, because I know Alita was extremely happy to win the contest, because, hey, it's fun to win stuff. Can't argue with that. I also want to thank Kathy. Oh, that's the dishwasher. The dishes are dry. I want to thank Kathy of To Dye House. She sent me a lovely Christmas card, and I have neglected to respond and say thank you in person on a message, and I apologize for that, Kathy. Why can't I'm sorry, Alita, I can't find this adorable counting pin, but I know it'll turn. I found it. Look at this. Oh, my hands are full, hold on. Can you see the little bird? Oh, it's so sweet. And I use it. So thank you for the lovely card, Kathy and Alita. That was, Kathy was talking on her last Flosstube how things were really stressful at work, and when she'd come home, she'd go to her mailbox and there would be some lovely cards from Stitchers. And I just have to say that we are a wonderful group of people. You know, we're nice to each other. We thank each other, we're respectful to each other, and have fun with our passion / obsession. Okay. Oh. Now it's time for the Wit Parade. Kind of hot. I did knit this sweater. I think I finished it last year. Woo! Can't really. Nice boobs, if I do say so myself. It's very warm, but it was cold outside today, and I wore it to work. Yeah, hubby's not home. That's why I snuck home early to record this. This is in no particular order. And let me explain something. When I'm watching videos of everybody can tally what they've done in 2018, I was watching Basic Stitches, mother and daughter. Someone wants to play hide and seek. You're gonna have to wait, Hamilton. She loves hide and seek and peekaboo. Basic Stitchers, which is Jamie and Jordan, did a video of all their finishes in 2018. I thought, oh, I want to do that in 2019. So I am going to, and I'll show you how I'm doing it. It's nothing high tech. Keep track of everything that I start and finish, or just finish, because I've got whips, in 2019, so that at the end of 2019, I can say, this is what I've done. Brilliant. Okay, and I didn't think of it, so when I say brilliant, I'm not bragging. I swear I haven't gone to happy hour. I'm just drinking water. All right, so works in progress in no particular order because I just grabbed all my bags and brought them downstairs. So the first one, I've been obsessed with this, and if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen lots of pictures of it, by Kathy Barek, Sunflower Farm. This is part of a club by Country Sampler in Spring Green, Wisconsin. It's 4 parts. The next one I think will come out in February. It started last year. The first one is a work in progress that I'll show you, designed by Beth Twist. The second one, oh gosh, I didn't grab it. But the theme is farmhouses. Philip Foster Farm was the one Beth twisted, and you'll see that because it's a whip. But this came most recently, and I put down everything and started this because bird. And I like houses, and I like Kathy Barek. I think 2019 might be the year of Kathy Barek. Yes. Do you agree with that, Hamilton? Do you agree with that assessment? Whoa, she wants to play. All right, and I didn't take, I love how everybody takes out their works in progress and they're all clean and hold it up on a thing. I'm not that organized, you know. I just sit down and say, here, I'm gonna do a floss tube. This is what I've done so far. If bad words offend you, close your eyes, because my my needle minder has a bad word on it. That's what I've done. And it came in a kit, So obviously I'm using everything, you know, the threads and the fabric that it called for. Let me see if it says what the fabric is. 36 count beige linen from Weeks Dye Works. It's really nice. I thought, I'll explain when I show another whip. I didn't think I would like fabric from Weeks Dye Work. I like their floss, but this one fabric I'm working on one of my whips, I do not like. And I'm gonna need some advice on that. But I'm jumping all over the place, right? Keeps you thinking. So that's whip number 1, and I worked on that today. Whip number 2 is Primitive Hair. I think 2019, I'm gonna say this with every whip. I think 2019 is gonna be the year of Primitive Hair. The Primitive Hair. And Kathy Barek. Okay. And I worked on this last night. Anne Boleyn is the first one. And it is DMC threads, and I'm using 36 count. I'm looking for my, my notes are in my lap. All right. Yeah, 36 count. Can't remember the name. I'm really bad at paying attention to all that fabric, but I'm doing 1/2. So that's whip number 2. Okay. Now this is I have not worked on this recently. This is the Houses of Hawk Run Hollow, and this is part of the Stitch Along. Amy Loves Toads, Cheryl Mckinney, sorry if I can't remember who else is hosting, #HRH Sal. I don't think there's a 2018 after it. But I have not, I might have done a little more than the last time you saw it, but this is all I've done, the first block. My goal was to get the first block done at the end of November, but that didn't happen. When I was recovering from my oral surgery, I didn't want to stitch. It was not fun. I am using silk for it. You all know how I feel about that if you saw my last episode when I expressed how much that cost. It'll be worth it though. And I am doing the dimensions, Sal. And I started it, but then I frogged it because I think I might use different fabric. So it's not really a whip, but this was gifted to me by Dee's Delights. Diana Zaslow. Her Flosstube is Dee's Delights. And she just saw that, she said, I think you would like this, and she sent it to me. Isn't that sweet? And she's gonna be my roommate at StitchCon. Hi, Diana. Okay. The next one, Kathy Barek. Sorry about the glare. Rebecca. And I do have Rodney, but I haven't started Rodney. But I will stitch Rodney as well. This is on, I think it's 18 count Ada, maybe 16 count. I got to give her some more love. I am boiling. So I don't know how to edit. So I'm going to do a striptease for you. Oh, that's better. My new shirt. Yarn makes me happy. Whew, that's better. All right, so that's number 4. I'm not going to count them all. You can keep count. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 5. This is the first in the series that I told you about from Country Sampler. This was designed by Beth Twist of Heartstring Samplery, Philip Foster Farmhouse. And I haven't done too much on it since last time. Can you see that? Can I hold this up? Does that help? It's really wrinkly. And I'm doing 1/2 on 36 count R&R reproductions, old milled Java. I got a lot of stitching to do. And then, oh, this, I don't even think I've shown this on the Flosstube because I started this a long time ago. Little House Needleworks. It's called Jubilees Sheep. And I have not worked on this in months. And I don't know why, because I like it. Let me get something. This was kind of a bear, doing all that white. But you could see, this is when I was doing hoops. I like Q-snaps now. In fact, it looks like there might be some stains on it from the hoop. Oh, geez. That sucks. Maybe it won't be in the picture. Do I have the fabric? Let me look and see if I have the... No, it's just some miscellaneous thing that I picked up. I am doing it 2 threads over 2. My guess is it's a 32 count. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is number 7. Wait a minute. I'm getting all discombobulated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is number 8. Now this one is the one I goofed up on with measuring it, and I'm going to have really small margins. Oh, I should get the pattern cover. Cottage Garden samplings. I've ordered the series from my LNS, a stitching shop in Denver. This is the first one that I have in the works. This is number 3, but I have it on auto ship. She calls me when the next one comes in, and I'm using silks. And I'm an idiot because some of it is 1 thread over 2, and some of it is 2 over 2. So I don't know. It's not really. I don't know. I'm on the fence about this. If I want to continue on this, I like the chart. I just don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you think. It's just not floating my boat right now. I do like the fabric. It's not what they called for. This is an even weave. I know that. This is my next one. I'm gonna have to keep counting each time because I keep forgetting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That doesn't sound right. I'll just wait till the end of the video and figure out how many I have. This is the 'Tis the Season Sal. And so many people have beautiful FOs and FFOs. I've seen all kinds of things. This was a big fail because in my last video I said I might do it for my friend for Christmas. Well, that's come and gone. But there's always next year. And her birthday's in October. So maybe I'll do it for her birthday. And this is what I have. I haven't done too much. A lot of these you're going to say, oh, if you compare it to my last video, I haven't done much on them, but I just want one video where I have all my whips to begin the year so that I can look back and say, oh, or I could say, meow. I don't know if you heard that. She's being very vocal. And then I've got this that I've got to get back to. I want to do all of these right now. This is my Snooty Parrots, which is a Sal with Julie, Colorado girl, and I do that every time. Kansas City girl in a Colorado world, and Lisa Kindred Stitcher. I haven't worked on this in forever. I am not using silks on this one. Oh, here's a tag. It says 40 count mallow linen fabric. So that's what we've got on that. It's beautiful. I really do love it. It's hard to do at night, the 40 count. I do have, you know, bifocals, but, and a magnifier, and an ot light. But these 57-year-old eyes don't like the 40 count. I like the way it looks. It's just hard to actually do it. There's another one that's hard to do at night, but I love it. And I got it from Jen Stitch and Knitch. Teresa Kitten Stitcher designed this. It's called Purple Mountain. I would say Purple Mountain. Purple Martin Apiary. Is that just gorgeous? Look at that bird. And I am stitching this 1/1. First time I'm doing a 1/1, which is insane on dark fabric. But I'm not doing it on, I think it called for 36 count and I went down to a 32. Oh, that's a little needle minder crown. But I just, oh, it's beautiful. I just cannot work on it at night, even with the lights and the magnifier. Excuse me, I'm very thirsty. Hamilton's up on the balcony. No! She does that, and my husband freaks out because he thinks she's gonna fall. She does it to get his attention, and she thinks I'm gonna run up there. I don't know about you, but my life is just not complete unless I have an animal that bosses me around. Like, I hate when people tell me what to do. Like, if someone tells me to do something, I'll do the opposite. Always been that way, just stubborn. But an animal that tells me when I've got to wake up, when I've got to feed it, play with it, I'm all over it. I don't know. Is that masochism? You don't have to answer. It's a rhetorical question. Oh God, Hamilton. I can't believe you're up there. Okay, this is my last whip. So I'm going to do the official count. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's what I thought. But I need your advice on this one. Oh, she's looking right down at me. We have like a second floor balcony railing thing. And she's just sitting up there mocking me. Like, what are you gonna do, Mom? You gonna come play with me? Strawberry Fields Forever by Blackbird Design. I just realized I went through some of those and I didn't tell you who the designer was. Snooty Parrots was Barbara Anna. Teresa Kitten Stitcher was the Purple Martin Apiary. If you have questions about any of them, just drop a comment and I will get back to you. So anyway, I started this, and this is what I was talking about with Weeks dye work linen. This linen is so loose. I don't enjoy stitching on it. I mean, look at all I did. I guess I didn't know any better. I don't know. But I did a lot. But now that I'm working on it, I guess it was one of my first, when I got back into cross stitch last spring, maybe about a year ago, you know, it was one of my first projects. So I didn't really compare it to anything. I'm sorry, I just keep looking up at her to make sure she's not going to jump. Because then I'll have to run and catch her. I didn't have anything to compare it to, but now I've been working on all these beautiful fabrics, and this just, you know, I put the needle in and it's all loose, and then when I pull it, it's like there's parts of it, I don't know if you can see, and maybe that's my fault that I pulled too hard or something, but it's just kind of like stretching out and, oh, I'm sorry, I just heard her. She does a tightrope walk across the balcony. Ah, she's down now. So, okay, so here's my dilemma. I don't want it to go to waste, but I don't want to stitch on it anymore. So if there's anybody out there, and I'm using Weeks Dye Works, which I think, there's some Weeks Dye Works and some Gentle Arts, but I used all the called for on it. So I want to hold on to my threads that I haven't used because I do want to stitch it again on something else. But what I'm thinking is if there's someone out there who wants to give this a good home, and finish it, you'd have to get the chart yourself because I want to hold on to the chart. I will ultimately give the chart away. So when I'm done with it someday in the future. So if you hold on to it and say, pass the chart to me, I will do that. I just don't know when that will be. But let me know. If I get a lot of requests for it, I'll do some kind of drawing. But if not, then, you know, the first person who says, yeah, I'll finish that, I'll mail it to you on my dime, because I don't want it to go to waste. But yeah, just warning, the fabric, I don't know, just don't like it. So I thought all Weeks Dye Works fabrics would be crappy, but I'm working on the most recent Country Sampler Club chart and fabric, and it's beautiful. So I should not prejudge. It's just this particular fabric, and I think it's the called for. Yeah, it's Confederate Gray, 32 count. And it's just too loose. And I've stitched on 32 count other fabric that's not like this. So anyway, and it's 2 threads. I'm using 2 threads. So let me know if you want to give it a home and finish it, and I will comply with your request. All right. Oh, this goes in another one. I've got my charts and my bags all over the place. All right. Maybe I could stop saying Wouldn't that be nice? Okay. I think I'm going to do a separate video of my knitting whips. But I'm watching a lot of floss tubers who do both. A lot of us are multi-craftual. Let me start again. A lot of us are multi-craftual. Misty Purcell comes to mind. She does everything, and she does it so well. And I know Kay from Kay's Cross Stitch, she's knitting. And Kathleen of Kathleen's Trodden Trail, she is knitting and crocheting. So, but I have probably 7 knitting whips, and I like to knit sweaters. So I'll do some shawls, but mostly sweaters. I do have a crochet scrap blanket going too. But I was just going to do a separate video of that. But if in the future you want me, you're okay with me incorporating knitting into this Flosstube, just let me know, and I'm happy to comply. Because I don't quilt anymore. I used to. Wasn't very good, but I still like watching others on Flosstube. I like it when they show their quilts. I like it when they show their other sewing or rug hooking. I like it all. So maybe I should include my knitting on here in the future. Just let me know. Okay, so I try to get organized every year. I'm very organized at work, extremely organized. I have to be. But I am not organized when it comes to my stash, my projects, keeping track of what I'm working on, what I'm using in the project, anything like that. I'm terrible. So, thanks to Cheryl Mckinney of Tranquil Stitches and EJ Creates of the Sunshine Stitchers, and Julie, who is Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, I went to Joann's after New Year's and got a happy planner. Did it make me happy? I'm always happy. I got the classic size, and of course I got the Miss Maker. That's what EJ Creates has. I think Julie's is Miss Socialite or something, but that's not me. I got the Miss Maker, and of course I've got all the accoutrements to go with it. And so far, it's working pretty well. I mentioned in the beginning I wanted to keep track of my projects for when I'm, at the end of the year, I can tally things. And I just may do Stitch Mania. Not sure, not totally committed, but we'll see. And not if I do that, things will get totally out of hand. Go to hell in a handbasket, which we don't want. So, the Miss Maker Planner has these pages that they're for projects, and they're specifically for, supplies you need, and you can make notes and all that. I don't know if I'm actually going to use the project pages. I'm starting to, and we'll see how it goes. But I think I'm definitely using them just to title what the thing is, but I may be able to put more than one project on one page is what I'm trying to say. So I do have a page for each of those whips, and I do have the details. Okay, I'm really an idiot. I could have just, when I showed you my whips, I could have gone to the project page that I have and told you the fabric and told you the floss. I know I did on some of them, but okay, next time I will get better. So it's my goal to have these project pages, and this is what it looks like. Just a blank one. It's my goal to have these, when I complete it, I'll put it in a section marked completed, cross stitch. And I can, if I'm gonna FFO it, I can make notes about that. So that's my plan. I also have a section for Flosstube, so I can keep notes on what I show on each episode, so I won't be repetitive, hopefully. So we'll see. It's fun. I'm not using it for work per se, but because my job, for those of you who don't know, I'm an attorney and I run a staff counsel office for an automobile insurance company. And so there are times I'm not in the office. I'll have a deposition, or I'll have a trial, or I'll have a meeting with a client out of the office. So as far as work goes, what I do on this planner, I don't use it for work as far as projects and deadlines, but I do mark, like if I'm in the office all day, for example. or if I'm out of the office, and then I can look and say, oh, I'm going to be down in Littleton. I can, do some errands at Michael's, a stitching shop, that kind of thing. So it's really kind of cool. This is the layout, excuse me, for this week. I'm trying to the Miss Maker comes with pages that are colorful and decorated, but of course I had to get stickers and all kinds of stuff. And, like when I have an appointment or there's something I got to remember for the next day, I put it all down here. And here's the little dashboard that I go to that this is the week I'm in. I also am using it to keep track of books I'm reading because I love to read books and I love Audible. I renewed my membership. And so I'm trying to not only keep track of what I'm reading, but to write what I think about the book or things that I want to remember about the book, quotes and things like that, because my mind is like a sieve. I mean, it comes in and goes right out. Excuse me. So, and I am in a book club with my daughter-in-law and her mother and some of their friends once a month. So we just finished Educated by Tara Westover, which I highly recommend. And then I'm also listening to, don't laugh, I'm listening to Hamilton, the biography by Ron Chernow that the musical was based on. So yes, I'm Hamilton crazy, all right? And I'm about 75 to 80% through the book. It's really good. And so there's a lot of stuff in that I want to remember and write down because I do like to read history books, in particular this country history. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see if the planner motivates me to make better use of my time and to keep track of what I'm reading, what I'm working on, and so on and so forth. So I will keep you posted on that. And I want to give a shout out to Cheryl. Now I just lost my notes because I'm paging through it. But I want to give a shout out to Cheryl Mckinney. She has another YouTube channel for her planner. So you should check her out. She does a really good job decorating her pages. I really like how she does it. And last episode, she was wearing pigtails. I actually thought, maybe, what do you think, Cheryl? Maybe next time I'll do it, just in solidarity. She lost a bet or a challenge that her friend had. See, there's one pigtail. Here's another. I don't really have too much hair. I don't know, Cheryl. I tried. I'm in such a silly mood. I don't know why. It seems like I always am when I'm recording a Flosstube. Maybe that's how I know when it's time, is when I'm busting with all this crazy energy. I need to get it out, and then I can calm down. Okay, so let's do stash enhancements. I don't have a lot, believe it or not. I fell down the Fabric Club rabbit hole. It was between XJU Designs and Color and Cotton, and I picked Color and Cotton, but I'll probably, when I stop that, maybe do XJU Designs, because I think they both make beautiful. And I signed up for the Even Weave, 1/8 of a yard. And the first installment came a couple months ago. I don't even remember. I think it was sometime in October or November. And this is the first one. It's called Barnwood, and it's a hand-dyed Jubilees 28 count. I'm gonna take it out of the bag. I think I said in my first Flosstube, I love even weave. I love it. Oh, it's not really showing because there, that's it's showing a little lighter than it is in real life, but wow. See, now I think Strawberry Fields would look good on that. I don't know if it's big enough for the 28 count. Maybe if I do it over one. That might work. Stitching Social, Allison and Jen. I want to say Allison did Strawberry Fields Forever 1/1, and it was adorable. Okay. I'll have to put the floss on it to see how it looks. Okay, so that was the first month, or the first, is it every month? I don't even know. That's something I should record in my journal, in my happy planner. And the next one just came today, and this is Wedgwood. Oh, I can picture birds on this because it looks like the sky. Oh, isn't that kind of like a Rorschach test? Isn't that gorgeous? It's a little darker in person than what is being displayed here. And that is 32 count. So now let me tell you what I think about clubs and floss clubs in particular. As I said, I'm a knitter and I hoard yarn, and I know, okay, I have this much yarn, I can make this sweater, and color, you're not making a picture, so colors, you just pick what you like and what you want to wear if you're making a garment. Flosses, I'm at a loss. If I see a pattern, a chart, and it gives me the flosses to use, that's what I use. Unless someone like Nancy Turner of Victoria Motto puts together a floss pack, and she does it all for me. I'm like, that's good for me. I'll buy it and use it for the substitutions. I can't say, oh, I have this in my stash, so I'm going to use it, unless it's the called for thread. Does that make sense? Maybe I'm lacking the confidence. So floss clubs, they look wonderful, and I love all the flosses that people get and the colors, they're gorgeous. I just don't know what I would do with them because I just don't know that I would say, oh, that color would look really good on this instead of the other. So any tips that you all have, what you do with your floss clubs and your floss collection, and how you, without a conversion chart, I'm lost. So maybe it's just whether I've got the eye for it or not, I don't know. But that's why I haven't joined a floss club. And maybe I'm missing out. Or maybe it's a good thing because I would just have all the pretty floss sitting around and I wouldn't know what to do with it. Okay, so this came in last month. This is the Cottage Garden samplings. Latest, this is number 4. Promises of Spring. We have little robin redbreast. That's pretty. Ooh, that kind of looks like the Wedgwood, the fabric. Yeah. So I got that. And then I was at Stitchin'. The last Sunday of the month at a stitching shop in Denver is our Stitchin', open Stitchin'. Just so much fun. It's on Sundays from 10 to 4. And someone had finished a beautiful full coverage Teresa Kogut design. And I can't remember the name of it. It's written down on my phone because I forgot to put it in my happy planner, the name of it. But I have it on order with Christine at a stitching shop. And it's sheep. It's something with U in it. EWE in the title. And I thought, oh, I had not seen any Teresa Kogut charts. So, of course, after seeing that and ordering it from Christine, I went to the part in the shop. Christine has it organized by designer, a lot of the charts, not all of them, but a lot of them. And so I went to the Teresa Kogut file and found these two charts. Because I'm a knitter and do sheep. Sorry about the glare. This I don't think is a full coverage like that other one. It's just the color of the fabric. It's called Sunflower Sheep. Oh, and I just thought I'm working on Sunflower Farm. Must be a theme going. And then this was just too funny. Top Hat Sheep. Who was it? Was it Gulf Coast Stitcher who said animals with clothes on? I can't remember. A sheep with a top hat? And he's saying ba ba? It had to come home with me. So that's my chart acquisition and my fabric acquisition. And today, I got something else in the mail that I had ordered from Garon. I don't know why I can't pronounce that. Garon Totten Bags. I actually have a knitting project bag with the same fabric that I ordered from I don't know who. This is huge. This, look at the inside. I know what's going in here. My hawk run. Hello. Hello. Look at that. Oh, it smells good. I didn't smell it till now. Ooh, Gary and Ronnie. What kind of laundry detergent do you use? It's so fresh. Look at this. He even matched. Okay, look at this workmanship, you guys. Look, it closes up and it matches. What? Say what? That's amazing. I had ordered a grime guard from them a couple months ago that was adorable and really well made. And then I'm on Facebook and I see this fabric and the bag for sale and I had to jump on it. And it's just lovely. I can't recommend them enough. I'm thinking of joining their bag of the month, and I have a message to them because I don't know if they're all going to be this big, but I don't need this size in every single bag. Does that make sense? You know, I can use like this size, right? But anyway, we'll see. I mean, I think the pricing is unbelievable. This was $25, and if you join the club, they're not paying me to say any of this. But if you join their club, then you get the first one is $25, and then after that you get 15% off. So it's like $21, and it is a full year commitment. So that's something to think about too. So that's all I have for acquisitions. Now my 2019 plans. Obviously, I'm going to work on my whips, but I'm going to be really radical here. I know that there's a 9 challenge, Stitch 9 challenge, and I love seeing everybody's plans for the projects, the 9 projects they want to work. And it could be rug hooking, it could be a quilt, it could be a sweater that you're knitting, it could be an item of clothing that you're sewing, it could be a cross stitch, punch needle, and I love seeing it. And I really admire people who can say, this is what I'm going to work on, and then do it. Y'all, I'm not that disciplined. I'm really not. I work on what I want, when I want to. That's it. You know, the Strawberry Fields Forever, as soon as that fabric started getting on my nerves when I was comparing it to everything else I was working on, I'm like, I'm done. And maybe because I'm closer to 60 than 50, And I know we, you know, time is not unlimited. I am not going to work on something that I'm not motivated to work on. I have to have a smile on my face, whether I'm knitting, whether I'm stitching. You know, I wake up in the morning, I don't know what I'm going to be in the mood for until it hits me. So my plan for 2019 is I'm going to stitch what I want, when I want, and I'm going to knit what I want, when I want. So I'm sorry you won't see my 9 challenge projects. I feel bad because I do love to look at everybody's, but I just know me, and I know that if I say this is what I'm going to do, then something else will come up. Some other pretty thing will come up. Or I won't feel like stitching that day, I'll feel like knitting. Or I won't feel like knitting, I'll feel like stitching. So I'm trying to be honest with myself here. I don't always do it, but I'm trying to be honest. So, but I guess my goal, my plan for 2019 is to keep track of everything and to keep the information and document it so that for future reference, you know, especially finishing things, I know what my supplies are and all that. So I do have plans to FFO a lot of projects. I have a lot of charts, a lot of finishes that I want to get framed and put up in the house. So that is a goal for 2019. I think that's it. If I missed out on anything, I totally spaced it. If it wasn't written down, I didn't remember it. But this is a long video. And oh, I just realized I didn't put lipstick on. Sorry. I do have makeup on though. Remember the Babe Lash I talked about in my first video or second video? It's still working. Now, I do have mascara on, but look how long they are. Okay, I think I need to drink my Diet Coke and have a little shot of caffeine. I hope everybody is having a wonderful new year. I am looking forward to StitchCon. I'm looking forward to this Sunday getting together with some of my local stitchers and just relaxing with my Hamilton. Speaking of, she's kind of quiet. That makes me nervous. I better go see what she's doing. So I will talk to you all later. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the thumbs up button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.